Well, hi everybody. This is Dee, and this is Down the Wormhole. And I know everybody was waiting for this video. So, did they hatch? Well, they definitely did hatch. And we are here. We got to take out some decorations so that we can try and film these guys for you, because I have to say, they're small. Now, we didn't get a very large hatch because, like I said, I did remove the dad there because that was just getting a little crazy. And we used the methanol blue method. So what we're doing today is we're just going to take out things like the cup and the bubble wrap there. I was just dipping them into the water just to make sure none of the babies are still sticking to it. Betta babies, when they first hatch, they stick their head to things for, I don't know how else to say it, but they will turn backwards and you will find them stuck on the glass, stuck on the decorations, stuck on the cup, just everywhere all over the tank. At this point, I've actually waited a day and they are now swimming around. Not very good, but they are swimming around and not stuck to things, so I'm more inclined to take anything out of the tank today. So we're just removing the bulk of the stuff. I'm finding with this bubble filter, of course, I can't take it out, so it is in the way for filming, but that's okay. I am enjoying having it in the tank. So here they are, the first view. Like I said, this is actually day 2. They are vertical in the water. They're not up and down anymore, and they are not stuck to things. They are actually floating around a little bit on their own. So that is considered the free swimming stage with the baby bettas. I have put a couple of baby brine shrimp in there at this moment for them to start trying to munch on. The tank is still quite brown from all the tannins in the water and my one little Java fern that I put in there to start growing up. So what we're doing at this point is I am restarting a microworm colony. If you look really close on this picture, you can actually see that this plastic container is just crawling with them. I usually keep 3 of these going at a time, just in case I forget about one crashes, whatever, I've always got an extra one. I don't keep them in the fish room because holy crap, does that just speed up the cycle. I can normally get one of these containers to last me anywhere from 5 to 6 weeks, but if you put it in the warm fish room, it just goes bad within about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So what I'm doing here is I punctured a few holes in my containers. I've actually reused these quite often. And I used some mashed potatoes, just the plain ones from the dollar store. I pick them up. Some people like to use oatmeal. I like to use the potatoes. I don't know why they don't stink as bad, or just I can handle the texture a little bit better. So I've warmed up some water and let it cool down, because you're going to have to actually make some potatoes here. So just start mixing up until you can get it really, really smooth. You want basically a mashed potato type consistency. You don't want it too wet or you will drown your little worms. You want it just enough so that it's moist and very sticky to the spoon. Now when I feed these, I don't feed them exclusively. I mostly use baby brine shrimp because I guess these guys have a bacteria in them and they can cause some birth defects in your baby bettas. I haven't found any myself, but I never have used these as a main source. More for if my baby brine shrimp, if I crash one, then I've always got some fresh food in the house, which is awesome because bettas will not eat non-live food for the first about 6 weeks of their life. You gotta keep them on something wiggling. So with the potatoes, I think I've about got it here smooth enough. I do try and smooth the top out and get as much off the walls as I can. I don't like putting the potatoes in the betta tank afterwards. I don't think it does anything. And I just use some yeast. This is just what I keep in the fridge. I have a bread machine I break out every so often. And I put literally just a sprinkle what was on my fingertip there in. So you can see it doesn't take much. You can always add some in a couple of days if it's not picking up as fast as you think it should be. So what you're going to do is just go to your active culture. If you're just getting some in the mail, just plop your sample right on top. I just take a good chunk like that off. And away you go. Spread it around on top and you'll be good to go. It does not take much. They are not picky. If you get it anywhere on the sides, it's quite alright. You should know by later that night or the next morning if you succeeded, because you will find worms on the side of the container. It doesn't take them long to take off. And now you got 2 containers ready to go. So here they are the next day. As you can kind of see that guy right in the middle. I know they're so small and hard to see, but that is one of the baby bettas. They're starting to swim around a little bit and definitely go after the baby brine shrimp. At this point, it's very hard to find any. There's another one right in front of that black foam, if you can see the little dot. Again, I'm so sorry. It's so hard to get some film of these guys yet. It will get easier. And this is a 5-gallon tank, so you can imagine how small they are. And the next day, they're actually getting really coordinated with their movements. It is a lot of fun to watch them try and eat at this point. You can see them chasing around the baby brine shrimp in the tank. So I would say I've got anywhere between 10 and 30 in there. Like most betta breeders will tell you, they can't tell how many they've got for quite some time until they get out and break away from the wall and start swimming around. I have seen at least 12 at a time, so that's my best guess at the moment. I haven't bothered to clean up the bottom of the tank. That will be for the next video. So we will see you then. Thank you for liking and subscribing and following along, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Please like and subscribe for our channels.